Have you ever felt like you're putting off God's call for your life? Procrastination is a silent enemy that can cost chosen ones dearly, chaining the soul with invisible bonds and steering you away from your divine purpose. Today, we're going to reveal how procrastination isn't just a harmless habit but a significant spiritual detour that blocks your growth and causes opportunities to slip away in the blink of an eye. Procrastination is one of the biggest spiritual challenges faced by the chosen ones. It creates the dangerous illusion that there will always be time to do tomorrow what needs to be done today. It's as if time is an endless resource, always available, when in reality, it's a divine gift, limited and precious. Many get used to postponing important decisions and actions for the future, ignoring that this behavior can be costly. Each lost day is a wasted opportunity to align with God's purpose, and unfortunately, there aren't always second chances. Time, once lost, can't be regained, and the opportunities you have today may never come back. This illusion of infinite time is a spiritual trap that makes us delay decisions that should be made now. How many times have you caught yourself thinking, "I'll handle it later," or "I'll start tomorrow"? Procrastination is actually a disguised resistance that prevents the chosen ones from fulfilling the mission God has set for them. It creates a false sense of control over the future, causing us to overlook the value of the present moment. Tomorrow is always uncertain, and delaying what's essential only postpones God's plan for your life. For the chosen ones, every minute is a chance for spiritual growth that shouldn't be wasted. Imagine time as a gift God gives you every day, full of potential and possibilities. When you procrastinate, it's like rejecting this gift, telling God that your purpose can wait. But can it really? Procrastination steals not only your time but also your spiritual progress, and this loss is immeasurable. For those with a greater purpose, there's no time to waste. You need to see the now as a fertile field, ready to be cultivated with conscious actions, wise decisions, and bold moves that bring you closer to your purpose. The truth is, time is relentless and waits for no one. When the chosen ones put things off until tomorrow, they miss the chance to act in the divine now, which is the only moment that truly exists. This now is where God acts, where miracles happen, where opportunities emerge. By recognizing that tomorrow is just an uncertain promise, the chosen ones awaken to the importance of acting with urgency, valuing every second as a chance to transform their lives and move toward their divine purpose. So, are you ready to stop delaying your mission and start acting today? Procrastination acts like an invisible chain that binds the soul, preventing the chosen ones from advancing in their spiritual journey. It works silently, tying our feet and keeping us stuck. Every time you delay a decision or fail to act, another link is added to this chain, limiting your spiritual growth and distancing you from your divine purpose. These invisible chains show up in the excuses we make to ourselves. "It's not the right time, I'm not ready, I'll start tomorrow." These justifications are like padlocks that further reinforce our prison, creating a cycle of inertia that keeps us paralyzed. Procrastinating is like rejecting the opportunities God places before us, closing doors that could lead us to our purpose. To break these chains, you need awareness and courage. Every small action, every step you decide to take, no matter how small, is a victory against procrastination. Start with simple gestures. Make that call, start that project, or dedicate 5 minutes to a task you've been putting off. Daily small victories are what weaken the invisible chains and free your soul to fulfill the divine purpose. Transformation begins when you decide to act, even in the face of fear and doubt. The chosen ones can't afford to stay trapped by these bonds. With each courageous move, you get closer to the spiritual freedom God desires for your life. So, ask yourself, what's the first step you can take today to break these chains and walk toward your purpose? The divine now is the only moment that truly matters for the chosen ones because it's in the present that spiritual opportunities arise. Many people live in anticipation of the future, believing they'll have time to align with God's purpose later. However, this wait is a big mistake. The opportunities God places in our path come in the present moment, and if we're not ready to act, they can vanish in the blink of an eye. For the chosen ones, procrastination is a costly error because it blinds us to the value of now, the only moment where we can truly make a difference. When we put off until tomorrow what should be done today, we're not just delaying a task, we're losing a direct connection with the divine plan. God works in the now, and every minute of inaction is an opportunity lost forever. Think about how many times you've hesitated, believing you'd have another chance later, only to realize that opportunity never came back. The divine now demands attention and readiness. It's in this exact moment that doors open, blessings flow, and transformations occur. In this context, procrastination is more than just a habit, it's a spiritual block that prevents us from fully living out what God has for us. By staying stuck waiting for the perfect moment, we forget that the perfect moment is to act here and now. Every moment of hesitation is a missed opportunity, a chance to align with God's timing that never returns. The chosen ones can't afford to live trapped in the illusion of endless time. The call is to act now, without hesitation, so that the doors God opens aren't closed by inertia. Therefore, valuing the divine now is essential for anyone who wants to fulfill their spiritual purpose. Every second is a chance to align with the divine plan and respond to God's call in the present. Procrastination is a silent enemy that steals these opportunities, but when we recognize the importance of now, we become truly free to live out God's purpose. The question is, are you ready to act in the divine now and not let today's blessings slip through your fingers? For the chosen ones, taking action isn't just about being productive, it's a profound act of faith and trust in God. When you make a courageous decision and act without hesitation, you're showing that you believe in the divine purpose and trust the plan God has for your life. Procrastination, on the other hand, reveals a lack of trust, a subtle doubt that things will work out. Instead of acting, many wait for a perfect sign or an ideal moment that never comes. But the truth is, God works through our bold steps, and it's in these movements that the impossible becomes possible. The Bible is full of examples of figures who, even in the face of fear, chose to act. Think of David facing Goliath or Moses leading the people through the Red Sea. They didn't wait for all circumstances to be perfect, they acted with the confidence that God was by their side. Similarly, every time you break the cycle of procrastination with a courageous act, you're echoing that same faith. It's not about having all the answers or feeling completely prepared, but about moving forward, knowing that God honors the actions of those who trust Him. Taking action, therefore, is a powerful antidote to procrastination. Every step, no matter how small, breaks a link in the chain that keeps us stuck in inertia. Procrastination is defeated not by grand gestures, but by the small daily decisions, the moment you choose to start something you've been delaying, the courage to take the first step even when you can't see the whole path. It's in these moments that God's power shines, turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. For the chosen ones, every action is a testimony of faith that moves mountains and opens doors that once seemed impossible. True faith is demonstrated through action. When you act, you're telling God, I trust you, even without seeing the outcome. And it's exactly this kind of attitude that destroys procrastination and puts you in tune with the divine plan. Remember, procrastination is a silent thief of blessings, but every courageous act is a declaration of victory over it. So, what's stopping you from taking action today? If action is an act of faith, the courage to start now is what brings you closer to the purpose God has reserved for you. Procrastination is more than just putting off tasks, it's an internal battle that takes place in the minds and spirits of the chosen ones. This war happens every day, between the desire to act and the urge to delay. It's a real battleground where thoughts of doubt, fear, and self-sabotage try to take over. Every time you give in to procrastination, you're letting these negative forces win, keeping your soul stuck in inertia that blocks your spiritual growth. To overcome this battle, it's essential to understand that procrastination is a spiritual enemy that needs to be fought with clear and practical strategies. The mind is the main battlefield, and it's where procrastination finds fertile ground to grow. Thoughts like I'm not ready, it won't work, or I'm not good enough are traps that keep the chosen ones paralyzed. These limiting thoughts are like arrows that weaken your faith and push you away from God's purpose. To win this war, it's crucial to cultivate a winning mindset, fueled by God's Word, meditation, and positive affirmations. Daily reaffirming your purpose and remembering divine promises is like raising a shield against the attacks of discouragement and procrastination. Spirituality is another powerful weapon in this battle. Practices like prayer, meditation, and speaking words of power help strengthen the spirit against the temptation to delay. When you connect with God and align spiritually, you gain the strength to resist procrastination. It's not just about doing more, it's about doing with purpose and intention, knowing that each action is a step toward fulfilling the divine plan. View procrastination as a test of faith, where every decision to act is a spiritual victory. Victory over procrastination starts from within, and every small win represents significant progress in this war. By adopting practices that strengthen the mind and spirit, you equip yourself with the tools needed to overcome. Remember that procrastination is an opponent that must be faced every day with determination and focus. Each time you choose to act, you're proclaiming your freedom and aligning with God's purpose. So, what will your choice be today? Delay once more or stand up and fight for your spiritual freedom? Procrastination doesn't start with big delays, it sets in through the small, almost unnoticed daily decisions that gradually steer us away from the spiritual path. It's like a silent spiral that pulls us away from our purpose without us realizing it. That time you decided to postpone meditation, the moment you chose to delay an important spiritual reading, or the decision not to start that project God placed in your heart, all these choices seem small, but together, they create a significant detour that can take you away from the divine plan. Procrastination is like a gentle current that, over time, leads the soul away from its true course. These small procrastinations, seemingly harmless, build up and create a domino effect in our spiritual lives. Every decision to delay is a seed planted in the soil of inertia, and over time, it blooms into a field of stagnation. Before you know it, you're far from your purpose, stuck in a routine of delays that limits your connection with God and hinders your growth. The chosen ones need to stay alert to these minor detours, as they are the ones that, over time, create barriers that become hard to overcome. Constant vigilance over small decisions is essential to avoid falling into the procrastination spiral. Imagine your spiritual journey as a path that needs to be walked every day. Every step counts, and even the smallest choices have the power to bring you closer or push you away from the destiny God has prepared for you. When you understand that procrastinating isn't an isolated act but part of a repeating pattern, you begin to see the urgency to change. Small acts of procrastination may seem insignificant at the moment, but their effects add up and create major detours. For the chosen ones, every decision to act is a reaffirmation of their commitment to the divine purpose. Breaking the procrastination spiral requires discipline and awareness. You need to break the cycle the moment it starts by deciding to act even when tempted to delay. Remember that God watches every effort, and every step taken toward your purpose is an act of faith that He rewards. Don't let small delays create big barriers on your spiritual path. Choose today to break free from inertia and take control of your decisions, putting yourself back on the right track to fulfill the plan God has laid out for you. Putting off God's plan is like delaying your own growth, and often, this behavior shows up through clear signs that we don't always notice. The chosen ones need to stay alert to these spiritual alarms that signal when they're drifting away from their purpose because of procrastination. Common signs include feelings of stagnation, constant dissatisfaction, losing your connection with God, and a sense that something is missing. These internal alarms act as a wake-up call to get back on track with your journey. Ignoring them is like silencing God's call, which is trying to guide you back to the right path. Another sign of spiritual procrastination is constantly delaying practices that nourish your faith, such as prayer, meditation, and studying scriptures. If you find that these essential activities are always being pushed aside, it's a clear sign that something isn't right. God calls us to be present and active in our spiritual growth, and procrastination takes us away from that connection. The chosen ones need to recognize these moments and understand that every delay is a step away from God's plan, a missed opportunity for growth and spiritual alignment. Procrastination also shows up as a lack of clarity about your own goals and purpose. When your mind is filled with doubts and uncertainties, it might be a sign that you're resisting taking the necessary steps. God places dreams and plans in our hearts, but it's up to us to act on them. If you constantly feel confused about what to do, procrastination might be creating a fog around your purpose. Listen to your spiritual alarms. They're an invitation to refocus, adjust your path, and take concrete actions that get you moving forward. Lastly, remember that these signs aren't a condemnation but an opportunity for adjustment and growth. God gives us spiritual alarms out of love, to remind us of our value and the purpose He has for us. The key is not to ignore them and to take steps to correct your course whenever you notice you're procrastinating. Every alarm is a chance to start fresh, break free from inertia, and realign with God's plan. So, stay alert to the signs, listen to what your soul is telling you, and don't let procrastination steal the blessings God has prepared for your life. We've reached the end of this video, but your journey of spiritual transformation is just beginning. Remember, procrastination is an enemy hiding in your daily choices, and every decision to delay is a missed opportunity to align with God's purpose. It's time to act with faith, courage, and determination, facing this internal battle and breaking the chains that hold you back. So, what will you do with the knowledge you've gained today? Don't put it off, start applying what you've learned right now and take the first step toward your purpose. Leave your comment below, share how you plan to overcome procrastination, and let's keep this conversation going. And if this content resonated with you, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any transformative messages. See you in the next video.